I was born in Latvia. My parents were born there too. And in fact, my mother was born in the same town as me, which is Libau, which is called now Liepaja. We had a big family. My father was one of 9. My mother was one of 4. My father used to say, "Come on, let's dance. Mom will play the piano." So she played the piano, and he put me on his feet and held me, and so we used to dance. And those are wonderful memories that nobody can take away from me. In 1942, in June, they organized the ghetto. Only 800 people were left from 9,500 people. On Yom Kippur, they took us to the station, and there we saw the cattle cars. And you can imagine, there were some children, some grown-ups, some still a few elderly, only standing room. No food, of course not, no restroom, no bucket even. It was just horrendous. And the cries and the terrible things were just, it's difficult to describe it. We arrived in Kaiserwald in Riga. That's 400 kilometers from where we were. Now the people that were able to work, like my sister and I were young, we went to one side. My mother went to one side, and they took my little sister, who was 6 years old. They took her on that side, and my mother went to that side. We pleaded with her. I said, "Please don't go there." And she said, "No, she needs to go with the little sister. We can look after ourselves." Who knew that that would be the last time? They took them to Rumbuli, and they shot them there. In 1944, we were gathered together again and put on a boat to send to Goatland. When we got to Goatland, they refused to take us because it had a yellow flag flying. Everybody in the boat was sick with typhoid, and they wouldn't let us come on shore. We were on the water for 9 days and 9 nights. We did not have food, we did not have water, we did not have medication. After the 9th day, it caught fire. You can imagine the panic, but the German ship saw us, and they came closer to that barge. The ones that could come out from the barge over to the ship, those were the ones that were saved, and the others perished. I went to the Ramat Gan Stadium, where they celebrated the 10th anniversary of the State of Israel. And you can imagine, when I arrived the first time in Israel, and you sometimes see that when people arrive in Israel, they bend down and they kiss the ground. I don't remember doing that, but I remembered crying a lot, crying of joy. That I had the good fortune to be able to survive and see the independent state of Israel after so many thousands of years. You need to leave a legacy to the Jewish people because, quite honestly, we are the ones that have to look after ourselves. The world has shown us that nobody else looks after us, but just us. When it comes to the crunch, it's just us that look after the Jewish people, ourselves.